Pilate has made it very clear that the blood of the Jewish people will darken our streets if we are not able to control our people, and our influence over them is diminished in the presence of this Jesus.
If this man is allowed to continue, he will have himself proclaimed a king.
There may be a rebellion against Rome. We may lose the little we have gained, our land, our people.
We cannot let this impostor continue while we are rulers of the people. This must not go any further. A limit must be set to his activities.
Nicodemus.
Joseph of Arimathea and I are not the only members of the Sanhedrin that see no wrong with this Jesus, except for a few interpretations of the Torah.
Interpretations? He breaks the Sabbath, places himself above family loyalty. He exploits the words of the prophets.
He freely speaks with no fault. I do not understand.
People claim to have seen him work miracles. He is a sorcerer sent from the devil.
Exaggerations.
He has predicted the end of the world. He causes panic among our people.
He marched into the temple, overturned the tables, and accused our money changers of defiling God's dwelling. They are there as a service. He should know that.
He merely stated a fact that we already know to be the truth. The temple is a place of worship.
And as for these so-called miracles, I agree with Nicodemus. We all know how stories can get exaggerated. He has probably done no more than any one of us.
Oh, and when did you last forgive sin, Joseph?
When someone had wronged me.
Caiaphas, I must confess, there is something about this Jesus of Nazareth that gives me hope.
I have heard enough. This man is a threat to Israel. We must stop him before he divides us further.
We must move quickly, otherwise Rome will intervene and that could be disaster.
I tell you all, there is a fear in my very bones that in fighting against Jesus, we are fighting against God, blessed be his name.
What? Jesus' crime, as I see it, is heresy. So offensive that even if he were a model Jew, it would still condemn him.
Heresy. Proof, Caiaphas. I demand proof of heresy.
You are not a religious scholar. You would not recognize it.
And how serious is the crime only recognizable by religious scholars?
Philistine.
Oh, Caiaphas, please don't stop this.
Hold your tongues! Tell me, Nicodemus, Joseph, will you proclaim that Jesus is the Messiah, knowing the consequences of such a proclamation? Very well, then answer this. How will our God, blessed be his name, judge us?
By our faith in him.
Faith in itself is not good enough. We will be judged by how hard we work at being a Jew. We will be judged by our honesty, our charity, our diligence, our love of family, how strictly we obey the law. His law!
But Jesus preaches the same things. He talks of love for family, feeding the hungry and clothing the naked, and caring for the sick.
Yes, where is the heresy in these teachings?
As I have heard, he proclaims to forgive sin. He makes himself God. Only God can forgive sin. Jesus has said, believe in me and you will be saved. In him? Not in the law, in him. Heresy.
Wait. What if his teachings are of heavenly origin? Will not even the Romans be powerless to stop him? Bide your time. Caiaphas, I implore you. Time alone will tell if his followers live up to his promise of peace and love. That will be the true test.
No, Caiaphas. Time now is our enemy.
I agree. We must act quickly. You fail to understand that it is far better for one man to die for his people than to have an entire nation destroyed?
Die? We cannot let that happen.
I believe our choice is clear.
He cannot be condemned without a trial. It is his right as a Jew.
Silence! What is your business here?
I was asked to come here. Let him be. You have come at the right time. God must have willed it. This is the man I spoke of, Judas Iscariot. We have asked him here.
At this late hour?
As a follower of this Jesus.
Good evening. You look fatigued. Set a stool for the worthy man. You may speak freely, Judas. There is no one here to trouble you.
I am here for our people. I am one of the 12 who accompanied the Nazarene.
Yes, Annas has told us as much. What is it that brings you here?
I gave up all I had to follow Jesus. But now I feel like he is letting us down. During the past year, our friendship has grown sour. He confides in others now. James, Andrew, Peter. I believe he is a threat to Israel. But he speaks of our enemies as our friends. He asks us to turn the other cheek. He has lowered himself. Look, I know that Rome is our enemy, and we must defend our land. He no longer speaks of saving us from the Romans. He talks of another place, one of wonder and peace. I no longer understand him. His ways have become strange to me. I believe they threaten our safety.
What can we do to help?
And yet it is very hard to speak against him. He talks of another world, one of wonder and
Will you be a savior to your people, Judas?
Judas, can you deliver him to us alone? We would not want to draw Rome's attention. Judas, please help us stop the destruction of our people.
someone mentioned there would be a reward. Oh. Okay, let it show in your books that what I did for Israel.
This is shameful!
No, this cannot happen. We are selling up one of our own.
Silence! Yes, very well, Judas. Sell, say, 20 pieces?
Are you satisfied with that?
Well, yes, that should do, but there are
Of course, certainly you must have expenses. 30 pieces. That should be proper.
You had better not deceive us.
Oh, deceive us. Oh, may God forgive us for what we are doing. This man Jesus, he harms no one. All of you are doing more harm than good. And you betrayer. This man took you in. He sold you, never went hungry, and he loved you. You turn your back on him for 30 pieces of silver?
Judas!